How's it going, guys? Welcome back to TheBlueShifting and welcome back to Steinsgate, my darling's embrace, where we're on the Lukako route. Now, we've gone on our date today. We started out kind of wandering aimlessly. Luka, very passive, but hey, you know, he's happy. We're happy, I think. Just trying to figure things out. I don't know where this is going to go. I have no earthly idea how this is going to end or what, but we're going to just plod along. There's not really much else to say. We're dating Luka. Let's see how this goes. All right, so we arrive at the UPX. Lukako's hand still in mine. I'm in this area pretty often since the ATF is in Daibiru, but I rarely ever swing by the UPX. Again, going to dips. So, that's Akihabara. Oh, okay, UPX, major office building in Akihabara. And, yeah. What was the other new one? ATF, yeah. Short for Akihabara Techno Forum, a meeting hall located inside Daibiru. Several universities and research institutes hold special seminars there. While Daibiru is a industrial research institution, UPX is more of a commercial building. I figure we might be able to find something to do here. Alright, who's texting? Part-time warrior? I don't mean TV shows, I'm thinking more along the lines of food and stuff. What were you saying before? Those sort of things are popular this year. Food. Okay. Oh, there's that, then that's that edible chili sauce? Why so curious? Yeah, planning a date or something? I don't know. Or maybe helping Luka plan a date? I have no idea. I figure might find something to do here.
Okabe-san, お腹空いたんですか?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
The place is filled with restaurants, and they're almost all on the fancy side. I don't have the cash to pay for the both of us. Looks like this was a swing and a miss. If there were other stores, we'd at least be able to window shop, but even if I can find an actual activity, it'd be dreadfully boring and pointless. If we stay here, all we'll be doing is going around looking at plastic models of food.
Lukako yo. お前、食品サンプルに興味はあるか?
食品サンプルって、食べ物屋さんの店頭にあるろうでできた見本ですか?
That's an odd thing for me. I guess I've seen that before, but I've always found it kind of weird, especially because it's either very clearly plastic or you wonder if they're putting real food there. In either case, it's not cool.
そうだ。
いえ、特に興味は。
Very good, let's go. I figured as much.
あ、でも岡部さんが興味があるなら、僕も好きになるよう努力します。
See, Luka's too passive. Like, it's my biggest hurdle, honestly, with him. Like, if it weren't the guy thing, like it's almost like an unfortunate truth because Luka's a great person. I wouldn't swing that way. But if that weren't the number one reason why I wouldn't want to lead him on or something. The other thing is I don't know. I've always been drawn to people who are especially romantically. I've always been drawn to people who are decisive, or maybe not even decisive, but more of driven. That's the word, driven. I was never looking for, nor was I ever really in a relationship with someone who was demanding things, but more about someone who was self-assured, who knew what they liked and knew what they didn't like. The kind of person who would be if you were to plan a date with them, you could be hey, let's do this, and they'd be yes or no. And it's like Luka's all about just kind of I'll just do whatever. It's very submissive, and that's okay in a friend, but I wouldn't it would be something of a turn off for me in a relationship. It's kind of an odd one to Luka really I love Luka as a person, but I just even girl Luka personally, I wouldn't be oh yeah, I want to date that person. I don't know, just personality wise, I don't think we'd be a good match. So it's interesting that this is the first ending I'm gonna get. The blind one I found was the Luka route.
いや、そういうわけではないのだ。気にするな。
This is going nowhere. There's nothing for us here.
Okabe-san?
Lukako begins to talk to me after we leave the UPX.
あ、なんだ。もしかして行きたいところでもあったか?
He's freaking out. He's freaking out.
いえ、そうじゃないんですけど。
Dang, I was hoping he'd thought of something.
で、どうした？もしかしてトイレにでも行きたくなったか？
違います。そうじゃなくて。
Right. Just as Luka goes about to explain himself, I hear a shutter click. Oh no. Oh, hey! When I look up, I see it's the bespectacled woman pointing her phone at us.
指圧師。
激写成功。
Yeah, it's a scoop? What? Why?
何？
デート。
Yes. Yes. Of course it is. How does she know? Did Lukako tell Moeka about us too? I see Lukako off to my side, shaking his head back and forth. Then why?
だって。
Moeka points at my right hand. Oh, right. I'm still holding Lukako's hand in mine. I reactively let go of his hand. Aww. Dang it. Without realizing it, I've probably been holding his hand this entire time.
ごめんなさい。岡部さん、きっと忘れてるんだろうなって思って。だから、僕、何度か言い出そうとしたんです。
It's okay. Great. He. Oh no. Why'd you let go of his hand? Aren't you two on a date? Oh, I know. You're embarrassed. Shut your fingers. As usual, Moeka's as talkative as ever over email.
うるさい。こっちにはいろいろと事情があるのだ。それより、そっちこそ何をしている？さっきの写真は何だ？まさか撮ったんじゃあるまいな。
I think back on my first meeting with Moeka and how she took a photo of me almost immediately. Is she some kind of voyeur?
取材です。
Right.
なんだその口調は。
街頭取材の時はできるだけ軽い調子でアタックした方が成功しやすい。
Yeah, so you probably shouldn't have the shutter sound playing when you take a picture. Rookie move. Actually, that's probably one of the biggest tells that she's not actually a reporter. Also, that phone gets really terrible pictures, so like I don't know why any reporter in this time period would use those pictures for anything other than like confirmation of the story. It wouldn't be able to be publishable. And then the other point here is too, so those are some flags to be like, I don't think she's a real reporter. I don't know why I didn't think about that the first time I played the game. Maybe because I was like overwhelmed with all the science. But then the other thing is, oh shoot, I can't remember. Let's move on.
成功したのか?
How's that been working for you? Moeka sadly shakes her head back and forth. I figured. She sounds as gloomy as ever, so when she forcibly stretched out her words like that, it just rubs me the wrong way.
取材って何の取材なんですか、桐生さん。
Aww.
秋葉原を歩くカップルに取材。
Ah, interesting. However, okay, I remember what I was gonna say. The voice actress and the line delivery for Moeka is so quiet. Like, I almost wish I could boost her audio, but it wouldn't even do her justice. But like, I can barely hear her, and I got a headphone in.
カップル。
Guess she must be doing some kind of survey about couples here. She's collecting data on how long they've been dating, why they're in Akihabara, and what they're visiting. Things like that.
アンケート。答えてください。
She's like, okay, why? Why with the drawn out?
くだらん。行くぞ、ルカコ。
Aww.
でも答えてくれたらさっき撮った写真をあげます。
And that's just blackmail. She'll give us the photo? Great. What do I want? A creepy voyeuristic photo?
バカバカしい。そんなものいるわけが。
答えます。
ルカコ？
ごめんなさい。僕つい。
It's okay, it's okay. He goes quiet like he's embarrassed that he spoke out. I guess he really wants that photo of us. He should have just said so in the first place.
ルカコよ。お前のそういうところ少し直した方がいいな。
Yeah, what is? Yeah, don't just shut yourself up.
だから自分の意見を主張しないところだ。やりたいことはやりたいとはっきり言うようにした方がいい。
岡部さん、
Mm-hmm.
それってどういう。
指圧師も 仕事で困っているのだろう。助けてやればいい。
I can see his expression brighten in real time.
ありがとうございます。
Aww, you can't deny he's cute though.
優しいのね。
優しいだとこの俺が
What?
見くびってもらっては困るな。いいか、俺は狂気のマッドサイエンティス法院教魔だ。
Yeah.
一見そう見えたとしても、それは人心を操るための手段であって、決して優しさなどという生ぬるい感情から出たものではなく。
You're talking pretty quick there, boy.
じゃあこれお願い。あ、はい。
At least let me finish. Alright, let's do the mail first. Part-time warrior. It's nothing. I was just thinking of grabbing something as a gift. Chili sauce, got it. Thanks a bunch. Right. She's up to something. After our run-in with Moeka, we head to the cafe to quench our thirsts. Not like we were accomplishing much by walking around aimlessly anyway. And for the record, the survey was remarkably dull. What does she think she's going to get out of that sort of research? But also, well, data points. Like I'm sure that the survey came across as dull, but when you get like 1,000 surveys, you can chart them on graphs and stuff. You can actually make it interesting.
Lukako.
Hi.
はい。
どうしてここなのだ？
I don't know. Why not?
実は僕一度も来たことなくて。
Are you serious?
だからぜひ来てみたかったんです。
How have you never been here? Like some of your closest friends work here.
何？ルカ子はここに来るのは初めてなのか？
はい。まゆりちゃんが働いているのは知ってたんですけど、なかなか入る勇気がなくて。
Dang. I can understand that. You have to be quite the warrior to come here by yourself. But it's not like he had to do this today. This feels like...
それにしても、まさか京馬とルカニャンが付き合うことになるだなんて思ってもみなかったんだにゃ。
Neither did we, Ferris. But Ferris... Oh, I'm happy you're here, Ferris. This feels like we're just showing off to the world. Mayuri has the day off, but with Ferris here, that doesn't mean much.
ごめんなさい。僕、わがまま言っちゃって。
いや、行きたいところを聞いたのは俺だ。気にするな。
Right. There's no point in crying over spilled milk.
ルカニャン、心配しなくても京馬は照れてるだけだにゃ。
Mm-hmm.
照れて。
そうにゃ。恋人と一緒のところを見られて恥ずかしがってるんだにゃ。
Oh, lover, such a strong word.
恋人。
言っておくが、俺は別に照れてなどいない。
Right.
ほんとかにゃ。
Yeah.
本当だ。
そうやってムキになるところが怪しいにゃ。
Shush your face. She's enjoying this, I could tell. She's a little devil wearing fake cat ears.
ところでルカニャン、ルカニャンは今バイトとかやってるにゃ。
え、バイトはしてませんが、家の手伝いをしてます。
そっか。ルカニャンは現役の巫女さんだったのにゃ。
Yep. More specifically, he cosplays as a Miko, but sure.
そっか。じゃあやっぱり無理かにゃ。
無理って何がですか？
Maybe is this a feature everyone like? Cause we've already seen Kurusu in that one weird little snippet where she was dressed up in a maid outfit. I wonder, and I think we've seen maid outfits on the other characters in the intro, which again, like those intros are great, but they do tend to spoil stuff. I wonder if each route has like the main love interest being a maid at the maid cafe at some point.
ルカニャンがここでバイトしてくれたらお客さんもたくさん来るかにゃーって。
Lukako working part-time here.
そんな、僕なんかが来ても似合いませんよ。
No, that's not true.
そんなことないにゃ。きっと似合うと思うにゃ。フェイリスが保証するにゃ。
Ooh. Plus, you always ask him, like, what if he wants to dress up like a butler rather than a maid? He'd make a fantastic butler too.
でもやっぱり恥ずかしいし無理です。
絶対評判になると思うんだけどにゃ。それに
I imagine Lukako in a MayQueen uniform.
あ
This is pretty dang dangerous. Ferris is right. I could see Luka being extremely popular. Wait, what am I doing? What am I thinking?
にゃ
That was an evil cackle. I snap out of it only to notice Ferris grinning at me like the Cheshire Cat. You shut your face. Fictional cat from Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland.
今日待ってば今うちの制服着たルカニャンの姿を想像してたにゃ。
冗談ではない。俺はそんなことこれっぽっちも考えてなどいるものか。
Definitely. Ah! Oh no. Ferris' loud laugh echoes through the cafe as she disappears into the kitchen. Jeez. That's no way to treat a paying customer. Across from me, Lukako opens his mouth to speak. Hi.
岡部さんになら
Oh gosh, Luka!
ルカ子
もしも岡部さんが見たいって言うなら僕来ても
Oh, dangerous. Dangerous.
何を言っているのだ。俺は見たいなどと一言も言っていない。
When he's stressed, he sounds like Daru a little bit.
そうでしたね。ごめんなさい。僕また変なこと。
He once again goes quiet. Cursed Ferris. Why must she endlessly torment me? I should just order something and get out of here. But now that I think about it, she didn't even take our orders. What kind of a service is this?
お
Ugh.
待たせしましたにゃ。
Oh, so you're just gonna pretend like you didn't talk to us before? Ferris suddenly reappeared at our table. Drinks in hand, no less.
待て。何がお待たせしましたにゃんだ。俺たちはまだ何も頼んでいないぞ。
何言ってるにゃ。今日は京馬とルカニャンの記念すべき初デートの日なんだから、これはお店からのサービスだにゃ。
Aww.
おお、気が利くじゃないか。
とメイクインニャンニャンはサービスも満点なんだにゃ。
Aww. Oh, oh, that's a picture. Oh gosh. Oh, he's adorable, isn't he? It's criminal how adorable he is. It is just, it's nuts. It is nuts. It should not be allowed. She puts a massive drink on the table. 2 straws. It's a mix of whipped cream, ice cream, chocolate chips, and a whole lot else. There's no way this is even remotely healthy. Wait, how could there be chocolate chips in a drink? I'm guessing this looks more like an ice cream sundae. Isn't that a weird translation thing?
これがサービスなのか。
うわー、美味しそうです。
どうぞ召し上がれだにゃ。
Mm-hmm. I'd be suspicious.
待て。
Yeah, I'd be like, what have you done? It's a weird, like, connect straw thing. Ugh. Stops Ferris before she can leave.
どう見ても一人分しかないのだが。
ああ、言い忘れてたにゃ。これはカップル専用のドリンクだから2人で1つなんだにゃ。
Ooh, you devil cat.
だと。
Nato.
そうそう。それからもう1つ忘れてたにゃ。
Two
こ
straws.
れ。
Two straws.
Ooh. これはもしかして。
Uh-oh.
そうにゃん。そのドリンク専用のストローにゃ。それを使って2人で飲むにゃ。
Alright, start getting suspicious.
それじゃ、ごゆっくり召し上がれ。だにゃー。
She didn't stick around long this time, scurrying off somewhere. Lukako and I both glance at the straw. The center is heart-shaped, with the end split into 2. This is very clearly for couples. I had seen stuff like this in manga before, but I had no idea it really existed. Well, most current series can't get away with pulling something as cliche as this. Are we really supposed to use this thing?
言い忘れてたにゃ。 残したら料金1万円いただくことになっちゃうにゃ。
Alright, that's just robbery. You can't just give us a gift and then charge us afterwards. That's stealing. Plus, that's like $100. Can't hear Ferris's voice from the distance.
なんというぼったくりバーだ。
Yeah, it is.
失礼にゃ。これもサービスの一環だにゃ。
That little, she's totally taking advantage of us. But I guess we have no choice.
ルカ子よ、一人で飲みきれるか。
一人でこれをですか？
Never. He glances at the massive glass.
すみません。ちょっと厳しいです。
Yeah.
それにこのストロー、多分両方から同時に吸わないと飲めないと思います。
Oh, that's right. It's not even like it's the design, it's basic physics. A straw works because you create a vacuum in your mouth to pull it out. If the two straws are one channeled, so like they start with like not just like they attach just directly to each other, but just into the drink. If they have like a single chute, then they split. If you suck in, especially if the split is above the like liquid line and it splits off, then you're just going to be pulling air from the other side because it's path of least resistance, and like it's easier to pull air than not. So you'd have to both suck on the straw simultaneously to drink it. That's kind of evil, actually. And kind of cute, but evil mostly. Mostly evil.
言われてみれば、圧力の問題で同時に吸わないと吸引できないようだな。
Yep, yep.
はい。
So...
それにしてもよく知っているな。
How do you know this?
はい。この前読んだ少女漫画にあったので。
Right. Huh, maybe I was wrong about the current series.
それで、どうしましょう、岡部さん。
やむをえん。飲むしかないだろう。
いいんですか？
いいも何も、飲まないとボラれるのだから仕方があるまい。
Right.
そうですね。
では、せーのでいくぞ。
あ、はい。
せーの。
Go! Goth. The adorableness is increasing. We both drink from the straw simultaneously. I bet it tastes great. Aww.
お二人さん、お似合いだにゃ。
Yeah, you are. I look up only to notice a huge crowd watching and cheering for us. Oh gosh! We've been turned into an in-house entertainment. After taking care of my full bladder in the restroom, I leave the cafe only to find Lukako looking down at his phone. I'm guessing he's looking at the photo that Moeka took of us.
この写真、待ち受け画面に設定してもいいですか？
Nah. He timidly asks me.
好きにするがいい。
ありがとうございます。
Aw, he's having so much fun. It hurts because Okabe, I think like me, is like kind of like on the I'm just not really feeling this right now, and that sucks. It sucks because like Lukako's like absolutely head over heels and having a blast. This is a situation I'd never ever get myself into because I have no earthly idea how I would get out of it.
待ち受け画面の設定は
Yeah. Oh, he's so happy. He follows behind me, smiling down at his phone. Me, on the other hand, I'm still trying to think of ways to convey the truth to Lukako. I had planned on spending the whole day with him, but I'm not sure anymore. Even if he looks like a girl on the outside, he's still a guy, and it's weird for me to be out on a date with him, right? I mean, that depends on you, Okabe. I mean, come on. You really get the jackpot if you're into this. Like, find out. I mean, at first glance, we'd probably look totally okay. But as I've been saying over and over and over again, he's a guy. Heck, the fact that we look totally okay is what's strange about all of this. Not a single person seems all that bothered by us being on a date. Only you. It's kind of bizarre. Maybe even more bizarre is the fact that there are times when I feel like this is completely normal too. Earlier, for example, when I was holding his hand, I didn't think twice about it. What's happening to me? How could I have gotten so used to this situation so quickly? I wonder if that's actually a thing too. Never something I've ever given too much thought, but I'm guessing if you're more close to the center of the attraction like scale, I guess, maybe you still lean more heavily on being a guy attracted to girls, but if you're closer to the middle than not, could it be something along the lines of like you can appreciate guys and then maybe the right guy with the right the right features and things that and aspects that make you attracted to them? Like could it be like that for Okabe, where like most of the people he's attracted to are female, but the right kind of male could work? That kind of seems to be what the case is here, but he's not too sure if that's really how he feels or not, which is a big problem here. However, I could also see that being a thing where like you could have somebody who's dated one gender their whole lives practically, but then just the chips fall just right and then they date somebody of the other gender. At this rate, it'll only be a matter of time before I completely just accept everything that's going on. That'd be a huge problem. Sure, Hyonin Kyoma is a mad scientist, but I'm still a pretty normal guy in that regard. The problem is how and when I tell Lukako the truth. According to him, this whole thing started when I confessed my feelings. I still can't wrap my supercharged brain around how that happened, but I doubt Lukako's lying. I suppose I could always send an email back to prevent myself from confessing, but something about that idea makes me feel uneasy. This whole situation came about because of a small change I made in the past. Who knows what will happen if I carelessly send another? I should probably stay away from sending emails for a little while. If nothing else, it's my responsibility to tell Lukako that it wasn't me who confessed to him in the past. That'll undo the relationship, no matter how painful that might be. Fetch. Even if I reduce Lukako to tears. I can't wait on this any longer. If we keep going like this, we're only going to hurt each other. Strike while the iron's hot, right? Oh gosh. Can't you just wait till tomorrow? No. It's going to suck no matter what. Procrastination is the thief of time, right? Do or die.
Oi, Lukako!
I turned back to speak to Lukako, but he's nowhere to be found.
What?
What the? We must have gotten separated at some point. Maybe he got himself lost while he was looking at his phone? I let out a sigh and turned to go back the way I came, but I don't have to go very far to find Lukako.
すみません。ちょっとよそ見をしていたので。
Happens.
悪いと思うんならさ、写真撮らせてくんない？
写真ですか？
Okay, this got weird.
君この辺歩いてるってことはどこかお店の子？出勤するとこ？だったらどこの店か教えてよ。通うし。
Creepy.
いえ、僕別にお店に勤めては。
Some douchebags appear to be hitting on him. What a handful.
うわ、おま、今の聞いた？
聞いた。僕ことか今時貴重すぎ。マジたまんねえ。
What is Daru's like fans? Like not fans, but like Daru's like little cronies.
ねえ、君時間ある？ちょっとどっかでお茶でも飲もうよ。いい店あるんだよね。
いえ、僕無理です。
ちょっと付き合ってくれるだけでぶつかったの許してあげるって言ってんだけどさ。
That's so weird. Like, is that a thing that happens in real life? It can't, right? But like, I wouldn't know. Like, anybody who happens to be watching, I guess, I don't know. I think last I saw the statistics, like my viewership is 6% female, which, granted, it makes sense. But if anyone is like female or even just feminine and gets hit on by guys, like Luka here, like, have any of you ever heard of the stories or experienced something like this? I guess it could happen to girls too, but it's always portrayed as guys, and it just feels like something that's more commonly something that would be like guys doing to girls, like being like all like pushy about like, hey, come on a date with us, or like I especially hate this whole like, hey, we'll forgive you for bumping into us if you come with us somewhere. It's like, who talks like that? I feel like that's only something I've ever seen in anime.
そうそう。ぶつかった衝撃でさっきそこで当たったカモプリのグッズ壊れちゃったかもしんないんだけど。
Copri? What is that? Come on, pretty princess, a fantasy anime in which two girls descendants of the royal family in a parallel world fight against the forces of evil using special powers. According to the show's production materials, the target demographics are elementary school girls, college-aged men, and men in their 30s. Oh, so these guys are like definitely otaku.
あれ非売品だからマジ手に入んないんだよな。
Why didn't he just ignore them and walk away? Oh, he's crying. Go, Okabe, come on. Well, I guess it's not on Lukako's blood. He leaves me no choice. I hate getting involved in these sorts of things, but I can't just sit by and watch either.
おい貴様ら。
え？
なんですか君は。
That's right.
この俺を知らないだと？ならば覚えておくがいい。俺の名は法院京馬。神が地上に具現せし、灰色の脳細胞の持ち主にして世界に混沌をもたらす狂気のマッドサイエンティストだ。
The text wasn't quite synced up with the audio there.
何こいつ？
わかんねえ。危ないやつじゃねえ。
言っておくが、そいつに手出しすると恐ろしいことになるぞ。
恐ろしいこと？
そうだ。一見おとなしそうな顔をしているが、そいつこそ精神残魔流の使い手にして数多くの手だれの血をすすってきた妖刀さみだれの所持者。
Oh boy.
ひとたび怒れば貴様らごときの手に負える相手ではないぞ。
こいつ何言ってんの？マジヤバす。
Yeah, pretty much.
つか、もしかしてあの子もこいつの仲間？
だとしたら関わり合いにならない方がよくね？
だよな。見た目可愛くてもあれなのはちょっと。
The two men reluctantly retreat, muttering complaints the whole time. Guys like that have been showing up in Akihabara lately. Not that I know much about how it was before.
それにしてもルカ子よ。お前もぼんやり歩いているから、ああいう輩につけ込まれるのだ。
Oh.
いいか？ああいう奴らにはビシッと。
That's exactly what gets his motor going. Oh, man. Lukako stares blankly at me.
どうした？
いえ、なんでもないんです。ただ。
That's actually not quite what I was expecting.
ただ？
岡部さんと初めて会った日のこと思い出してしまって。
Yeah, I remember that too.
俺と？
はい、ちょうどこの辺りだったんです。覚えていませんか？
Yep, he was in his shrine maiden outfit, the Miko outfit, and Okabe did something very similar. Now that he mentions it. I believe it was in May, around Golden Week. I was just minding my own business, walking around when I saw Lukako getting harassed by a photographer. Lukako was in his Miko outfit, which is probably why the guy wanted a photo. Eventually, Lukako told the photographer that he was a man. The guy left.
言われてみれば、確かに同じようなシチュエーションだったな。
はい。
Lukako smiled sweetly as if recalling the memory.
知ってますか？あの時、岡部さんが言ってくれた言葉。その言葉に僕、すごく感動しちゃったんで。
Hey, that was weird. The audio kind of cut off before I didn't click or anything. That was weird.
言葉。
Oh man. Are we about to have our heart destroyed? I vaguely remember what happened, but unfortunately the details evade me. He's been time leaping. I don't blame you.
俺はその時何と言った？
そんなことはどうでもいいって。
どうでもいい？俺がそんなことを言ったのか？
はい。せっかく助けてもらったのに、男でごめんなさいって、期待に添えなくてすみませんって謝った僕に言ったんです。そんなことはどうでもいいって。
It doesn't.
僕が男だろうが女だろうが関係ないって。そう言ってくれたんです。
Oh.
関係 ない。
本当は僕、あの頃すごく悩んでたんです。
Oh man.
だって僕は見た目もこんなだし、学校でも男の子よりも女の子の友達が多いし。
Hey, that means nothing. I mean, it really doesn't. I had more friends that were girls than guys in my high school, but I think he's got a lot more going on there, obviously. It's just... That's what really sucks about this. This is one of the ones, I bet you this is what's going to be most interesting and dynamic for me for this story, is like, every other character that you can be with in this, I can kind of understand. Moeka, probably the least as much, but every other girl especially, like, I could totally see, like, why, like, something like this would be, like going and dating them would be a really fun adventure for especially Okabe. Lukako's the interesting one, because, like, they do genuinely get along. And Luka really, really, really likes Okabe. But, like, it's this weird kind of connection of, like, where Lukako is, like, he's so delicate and so, like, the problem with Lukako is that he's kind of codependent. He kind of has to rely on others to feel like he's stable himself. He's come to rely on Okabe. And so if Okabe tells him the truth, it's probably going to break him. I kind of am terrified of what Luka might be pushed to do. And that's kind of dangerous, because if Okabe gets like that and he decides to hold the truth in because he's worried about the feelings that Lukako will have, that's just dangerous territory, because it's like, do you keep living a lie to spare the person whom believes the lie? Or is it better to be honest even if you know it'll destroy their soul? It's kind of a disaster, because unless Okabe honestly falls for Luka, I just don't see a good way out of this. It doesn't kind of put Luka in some form of danger. I don't know. This is a genuinely sticky situation that really I'm not sure if there's a really good answer for. Unless Okabe, like, really actually genuinely has feelings for Luka. If he can develop a genuine attraction, genuine love for Luka, then albeit that's the fantastic answer. But people should never feel like they have to feel a certain way, or that, like, bad things are going to happen if they don't feel a certain way towards somebody. It's just, that's walking on thin ice right there.
その時だって男だって分かってがっかりされるしで、僕って何なんだろうって、生まれる時に間違って生まれてきちゃったんじゃないかって。
Dang. Lukako might be someone timid now, but he was much worse when I first met him. It was frustrating, to be honest. But I had no idea he was struggling with himself so much.
でもあの時岡部さんにああいう風に言われて、それで僕すごく感動しちゃって。
ルカ子。
Could you imagine living every day feeling like you don't belong in your own skin? People feel like that. Like, really. Can you imagine, like, waking up and the first thing you think is just confusion and pain? And that, like, you walk around never really feeling like you? I was like that for a while once. I was going through some stuff in my life. It wasn't for similar motivations or anything, but I remember that emptiness, kind of drifting. I actually don't even have very many memories of, like, that whole year, because I was just so despondent. My way of dealing with it was kind of to detach myself emotionally, and that meant that I never really did anything. I wasn't motivated to do anything new. I never really, like, pursued anything, like, endearing or interesting. I just kind of went through the motions, going on with the flow, doing what everyone else wanted to do. And, like, it's kind of a black spot in my memory, because it's a terrible way to exist, really. That's part of why I think this is going to be a big struggle emotionally, because it's like, I can see that pain he was in, and unfortunately he's tied his answer to that pain to Okabe.
自分でも変だって分かってるんです。あんな言葉に感動するなんて。だけど今なら言えます。僕はあの言葉があったから。
He shyly smiles. He then looks me straight in the eyes.
だから僕は岡部さんのこと好きになったんです。
Oh, oh boy. This was a confession of love as any. Not some event that happened in the past I never experienced. This is the now. These are Lukako's feelings for me. But how do I feel about Lukako? Our relationship?
そんなことはどうでもいいか。
What are you saying?
男だろうが女だろうが関係ない。言われてみれば確かにそんなことを言ったな。
覚えて。
いや。
Yeah.
そうですか。
Kind of just missed a full-on confession there.
でもそれでもいいんです。思い出してくれたなら。
Lukako flashes me a sad smile on the verge of tears. Fetch, man. I always feel so terrible whenever dealing with Lukako. Every time I go through it, I'm just like, I have no choice. I'll stick with him for a little bit longer. It doesn't matter if he's a boy or a girl. I, the great Hyonin Kyoma, will take responsibility for my own words.
岡部さん。
ん？
Lukako stares at me.
なんだ。俺の顔に何かついているか？
いえ。ただ、岡部さんがすごく優しい顔をしていたから。
Oh, fetch.
何？
I instinctively cover my face.
いえ、今のは、
ルカ子よ！
はい！
俺は誰だ？
岡部倫太郎。
違う！忘れるな！俺は狂気のマッドサイエンティスト、法院京馬だ！そうだな！
はい、そうです！
その俺が優しい顔など見せると思うか？
いえ、でも、岡部さんは、本当はとても。
Okabe is real. He's mentally falling apart.
法院！
京馬さんは、
Yeah. Oh well. It's Lukako's fault that I'm this agitated. I take out my phone and press it to my ear in the hopes of hiding my own feelings.
ああ、俺だ。いや、この法院京馬。いい人認定されるほど、まだひよってはいない。
I swallow my own words. I can't take my eyes off this guy. What is that?
岡部さん、どうしたんですか？
Wait, what's happening?
ルカ子よ。あれを見。
Lukako looks at the sky. In the sky above always crowded Akihabara, there's a massive dragon. What? 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 Wait, what? Wait, seal, Pygmalion. What the fetch?
来た来た来た！ついに来たのだ！
What the heck is happening? Okay, a dragon. Hopefully it's just a promotional thing, right? Like, that can't have been real. This is as good a place as any for us to end here, but... What the heck? Excuse me? A dragon? What the heck? This is gonna be something. This is gonna be something. But I have no idea how this is gonna end. I frankly have no idea what I would even do in this situation. It is beyond anything I could even possibly like comprehend or even recommend or anything. I bet you all the other routes will feel relatively reasonable. Like, I'll have ideas of how to move forward. I have no clue. No clue. Because like Okabe, I would feel like I have to tell the truth. I have to tell the truth. But then telling the truth is a whole nother basket of eggs, and I'm not sure I could do it. So yeah, we'll have to wait here and figure out what on earth we do next week. Thank freaking goodness. But anyway, thank you guys so much for being here today. Thank you so much for joining me on the channel. As always, it's a pleasure having you here. Oh man, like, things have been going really great lately. We've been seeing a lot of like steady growth. Thank you for all the new people who have joined the family and become part of the lab, fellow lab mems. And for those of you who are been sticking around for a while, thank you so much. It's awesome to be able to continue to share fun content with you guys and be able to like I don't know, make this I don't know, something fun to explore. It's interesting. I'm very, very happy to be where I am, and I'm kind of happy being in my little niche. Like, I obviously want to dabble in other stuff, but like visual novels are always going to be a very premier thing for me. Like, I'm always going to be excited. And the nice thing is, like, I feel like visual novel companies are starting to be more successful, and I think they're starting to realize that overseas is a lot bigger audience than they might have like even realized up till now. I'm hoping that's a trend that's going to keep moving forward, and hopefully there's going to be more and more stuff to explore as we go. So let's keep an eye on that, and Love's having a lot of great stuff recently. Thank you so much to our Patreons of the page, the lab mems who are like continuing to support the channel like directly. I appreciate you guys. Like it means so much to me. We had a very successful patron cast. Came out on Thanksgiving. It's kind of a big thank you to those who have just been the start. If you ever become a patron, you can jump into the playlist and be able to see any and all patron casts for the rest of time. I don't care if you only sub for 1 month, if you are not sub, if you are a patron for 1 month or whatever. And when I get to the point where I can do channel memberships, I plan to just kind of make that unilateral. Like if you're a channel member supporter or a patron supporter, it should be effectively equivalent. And so, like, again, you'll get access to all those Patreon casts, so you'll be able to see them and read them and listen to them and what, not read them, what am I saying there? But if you want to, like, participate and, like, ask me questions directly and have me answer them, like, I will do so. Feel free. You can even talk to Delta 7, Pat Kilo, like, when I was able to address their questions directly, and they seemed pretty excited and happy with what I was able to give them, so yeah, I'd love to be able to field more questions for all of you, and I got a few things in the works coming up, so hopefully there's some exciting things around the corner for the channel. But is all the news and the channel stuff we're going to talk about for today. So thank you guys so much for being here today. Thanks so much for joining me for another great Steinsgate video, and until the next video watching me, I hope to see me in next. I'll see you there.